I don't think it does enough. I think STEM subjects we know are important, and even then, a lot of STEM subjects are understaffed. I don't think it does enough in preparing kids for what the real world is like though. A lot of the A grade, A-star grade students that I knew when I was growing up find it difficult to get a job, which it shouldn't make sense. It shouldn't make sense, but it does, because schools never taught you how to go to a job interview. It never teaches you what to wear when you're going to interview, how to talk when you're going to interview, or what jobs are best for you to go after based on your qualifications. It doesn't teach you those things. I think they place a really high emphasis on grades and a really low emphasis on work experience and actually building your career and your CV. I also think the way that you get a job now is not the same way you would have got a job 10 years ago. So school itself needs to pivot and be able to teach people about things like LinkedIn, for example, that they wouldn't have known about, or networking, skills that are just underutilized, people don't know about. So I think it isn't enough, it's not adequate for students. Schools need to think about full-time people who are going to be in a careers profession. But when I say careers, I don't mean forcing people to go to university so that they can then get a job based on what they want to do. I mean someone who's going to be able to teach kids how to find the career they want to do. Because there's a very different aspect between telling someone this is the road to go down and teaching someone how to find the road to go down. For me, when I was researching, I would spend hours online, YouTube, Google, Glassdoor, different websites, figuring out what the best companies were to work for. That's just something I did because I took it on myself. School never taught me that. I don't know if they teach it to kids now. But schools need to have full-time people who are going to educate them, and maybe even have lessons where you're getting educated on how you can find careers and things like that. So I think that's probably something that's very important for schools. I've worked with a lot of people that never went to university and have been in the same role as me, as successful as me, made as much money as me, and performed easily as well as me, if not better. But at the same time, I think the experience you get from university is unrivaled. You're never going to be able to get an experience at that young age of being able to live out by yourself or with other people, being able to figure out how to do things like split the bills, even little things like having to look after your housemate after a night out somewhere that you didn't plan for. Those are just skills that you learn in life that if you haven't been to university, you don't necessarily get as much exposure to. I think when it comes to careers, I personally don't think university does anything itself in terms of giving you career skills. You've still got to pick those up yourself. People who started working in like an apprenticeship or something like that probably have those skills more so than somebody who went to university straight away. But what I do think, it does give you life skills and life lessons. And I don't think, for that reason, I wouldn't call it a waste of money.